Hey there, it's Dennis in the garage. And things are pretty freaking expensive. I mean, you have to be almost numb to not realize that the price of everything has gone up a lot. And that includes, parts, and it includes tools, insurance, gas. All these things are a little more money than they were 10 years ago. A lot more in some cases. So I did a whole thing on, first brands and what that's going to cause for parts and how you should plan accordingly for that. And then, of course, I did another video, specialty tools that you should be able to buy that aren't that expensive, that will make maintaining your cars a lot better. But then I thought about it. It's like, you know what? I go out and I make a lot of tools and accessories to work on my cars. And so I'm going to share some of those with you because this comes from, from when I was a little kid. Both my grandparents went through the Great Depression. So I learned from them how to reuse things, how to keep things going, and how to make your own tools and accessories and things to work on stuff in the house, stuff in your car. And so I'm going to give you 4 examples. One of them I didn't make, but it's an inexpensive way to get through it. And then a bonus that will, kind of make you think a little bit. Before I even get to that, just, I want to hear from you on anything that you do to save money for tools or supplies or storage or anything like that. Just hit that right below in the comments. So let's start with our first one. One of the neat things I have found was from my buddy who has a newer diesel truck, and they have DEF. And the DEF comes in these 2.5 gallon containers. And you could clean them out and reuse them to store stuff in because they're made to handle almost any type of liquid. But the neat thing to do with them is to make a giant funnel. Now, you go, Dennis, why are you making a giant funnel out of that? Well, it has a handle. It has a lid that you can take off and keep it so it doesn't make a mess everywhere. Because normal funnels, you have to put like paper in them and stuff to keep it from making a mess everywhere, and also to keep it clean on the inside from dust. It comes with a pretty nice long spout with a vent on it. So it works quite well. And honestly, you can cut this hose to any length you really want it to be. I think about here would be fine. Or if you leave it long, you can use it to put gas in your car. Like on my Charger, the rear license plate lifts upward. The gas filler is underneath it. It's hard to get any type of funnel in there. This actually works phenomenal if you need to do like add butane, which I talked about here, into your tank. The other great thing about this is like one of the biggest reasons to have this, is when you're adding coolant to a car, normal funnels kind of suck. This one, it actually fits squarely in the hole, and you can see down into the radiator to see how much fluid is in there. Plus, it has a nice handle, you can hold it steady. This is a pretty good thing, and honestly, it's just the price. They're free, because people that buy DEF, or if you use DEF, what are you going to actually do with this thing when you're done with it? So this is kind of a really easy use to make a nice big funnel. And best of all, everything stores together inside. The other thing I came up with is for working on carburetors. Now, they sell stands out there, but they're like $30. And how often are you actually going to be using these things? I mean, I don't take my carburetor off that many times, and I don't do many, I do a rebuild maybe a month on if I find one, or every 2 months. It's not very often. So what I did is I made a stand. And this is for spread bore, because that's why it is longer than it is wide. And I took a piece of 2x6, and I also used, I think these are either 3/8 or 5/16 bolts with nuts. You drill out on the bottom just a little bit bigger than the actual head of the bolt. Put it in there. Drive it as far as you can. Leave about a 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch on top. And then what you do is you just take little nails and you can stud it in there, or you can use plugs. If you want, you can use wood dowels to drive them in there and just hold the bolts in place. Then you take, this is 2-inch couplers for 1.5 inch pipe, I believe. And then some you need to keep washers on there so that it don't fall off. You take the washers off, put the carburetor on there, and literally you have a beautiful carb stand that costs you almost nothing. And best of all, when the gasoline does drip out of it, it's letting on the wood, and it just goes into the wood and seasons it. So that was a nice little freebie there. And if you have any type of homemade things that you use to help, work on cars or make things easier for yourself when you're doing any type of maintenance, let me know in the comments below, because I love reading them and I actually learn a lot from them, which is cool. So the next thing that I didn't realize I really needed until I did was a contact cleaner, like an electrical contact cleaner. Now I know they sell them on Amazon, and they're fairly expensive, like $12, $13 for just an adjustable file. So I actually take a metal nail file. These are dirt cheap. They're under $1 a piece. And the best part about these is that when you cut off the little tip, and as it wears, you can keep cutting and take your grinding wheel and bring it down all the way, and you have completely reusable, get a long life out of them. This one was black, so I put a little red paint on there so I could find it inside my my electrical drawer. But honestly, especially on a Chrysler, for your bulkhead connector, this works wonderfully. You can get in the bulkhead connector. It's thin, so it's not going to spread it apart, but you can kind of apply a little pressure left and right and clean those connections out fairly nicely. And also, it's a multitasker, because then you can also clean spade connectors with this too, because it has the flat sides and you can clean those off. So pretty useful thing. And this is under $1 in a little bit of time. Now the final thing isn't something I made, but honestly, these are really necessary. These are garden kneeling pads. You buy these at like Dollar Tree. They're like $1.25 now, because, well, no longer Dollar Tree. But these work phenomenal for getting down especially when you need to jack a car up, or you're working on the ground, or you're kneeling, or anything. And they're so much cheaper than the ones they actually sell for car repair. I mean, those are extremely expensive. And honestly, if they're not thick enough, you could always take them and glue them together, and they could be a lot thicker, or you can stack them, and you could sit on these, and they have a little hole so you can hang them on a hook. It has so much more purpose and use than just buying that Unitask one for the garage. So there's all the some pretty helpful ones there, I hope. And I have one more that I'm going to show you. And once again, though, if you have any type of tips on money saving and things to repurpose, just comment below, because hey, why not? This is it's a whole car community out here in YouTube land. Thanks a lot. Let's move on to the bonus one, which is kind of a neat thing. Now, the last thing, we came over into the corner of my garage. We don't usually go in because this is where my air compressor is. My air compressor is pretty old. It's at least 50 years old. Actually, maybe a little older than that. It's an old Sears one, heavy duty, high duty cycle. Not a giant tank, but it's a fast recovery, because it's a pretty big compressor on it. It's loud, but it does the job. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for this. So this is made from 4-inch PVC. It's bolted to the shelf right above it. And you just make a little slit for the gun to go in there. And it puts it straight in there, keeps it secure, keeps it out of the way. It's plastic. It won't scratch the gun up. It really makes it a lot easier to store. And honestly, if you have the space, and I've thought about, I actually should add some, I actually can add a couple more. You can actually make that for, other types of air tools, and just have them slide in there and be able to sit in those holes. So this is one of those things in life where it's just a few dollars, but you've made something that is going to be basically indestructible, will never rust, won't. I mean, to break that, it's pretty impressive. That was a pretty good bonus one. Let's wrap this thing up. All right, so those were 4 hopefully pretty useful tips. When you, like I said, when you work on old cars, you have to get kind of creative the way you budget things, because not all of us have tons of money just to buy giant tool racks and all these other things. So there's other things get in the way, like, kids, and actually fixing cars, putting gas in the cars, insuring the cars. So I hope that these little money-saving tips kind of help you. And if you have any, comment below with them, because I love learning from other people. I've actually picked up a few other things from comments, and I like that. If you got anything, just like it. Subscribe if you really like car stuff. Hey, share it, hype it. The hype thing's like a big thing now for YouTube, for smaller creators like me, as they call us creators. I don't know, I'm just a guy that loves cars, that talks on, well, the internet. So, but I thank you very much for your time. And as always, if you have something, cool to drive, or something really fun, I actually took this out last night, and this car is just too much fun. Take them out, because, well, you'll make someone's day, probably your own. And I will catch you really, really soon.